Kiss Country 99.9. Hey there, it is TC and Dina B with Mr. Larry Fleet. Now, Larry, we were just talking because, we kind of got the same start, man, putting up tables for a radio station, and now you're on the stages at Tortuga Music Festival.
Yeah, wild ride, huh? Hanging banners and throwing shirts and hanging out at every car lot in Nashville. Yeah, that was the good days, huh? The
car lot days, man. You were out there 2-hour remote, standing in the sun. You did it. I mean, you really worked for where you are now.
We were the wolf.
Okay.
Then, so we had a wolf costume that was made out of wool.
Oh gosh.
So it was about 9,000 degrees. Oh yeah. Golly, that was my job. And then I hired my brother to do it because he was in college. He's like, I need some money. I was like, come wear the wolf costume. I'll give you like $50. He's like, all right. And so it kept me out of it. But
absolutely.
Every once in a while though, when you're on stage now, you should make him put it on and just come out for old time's sake.
Yeah, exactly. For old time's sake. Yeah.
Now, Larry, we first heard you Where I Found God. I mean, that's a song that it transcends anything that anyone could possibly say because you hit a nerve with a lot of people, and it was a positive thing. You hit people right in their feels. Yeah. How did that song come to be?
Well, I started. We'll go back a little. I met Jake Owen a long time ago, or 5 years ago or so. I don't know. And I had about 100 followers on Instagram and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like I never did it. I still don't like doing it. But
yeah.
He's like, you got to grow your social media. I said, how you do this? He goes, you need to get, just sing some songs, do some things online, and people follow you. What I don't know, just do some stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So I started singing some gospel songs after church. I just come home and sing whatever I heard at church that day and put it online. Well, it grew. It was Gospel Song Sunday. That's what it was.
Aww.
So it kind of grew. Well, then Connie Harrington, which is a big songwriter in town, she wrote I Drive Your Truck for Lee Bryce.
Okay.
Right.
Really good songs. And she hit me up and was like, hey, let's write a song. So Where I Found God was the very first song we ever wrote together, first time I ever met her.
Wow.
We just sat down, we had some coffee for a little bit and talked, and a couple hours later we wrote Where I Found God. And, it's just both of us, we think a lot alike, our faith's the same. So we talked, and I said, look, I like to hunt, I like to fish, I'd be outdoors and all the time. And I said, that's honestly, I talk to God more outside than I do in church. So you can find him in church, and that's a good place to start. But in the deer stand or on the boat, that's when, being out here in God's creation, that's where I find him the most and talk to him the most. So we wrote a song about it, and honestly, I didn't think it'd be my first single to radio, but when we put it out, it just kind of blew up, and then that's the way it went, and we put it out, and I'm glad we did. I'm glad it was my first one because it established me as like somebody that's got something to say,
Absolutely, man.
And I like it. That's who I am, and it represents me well. So.
Well, they may find it today here at Tortuga, because it's like, you never know. You may find God today on the beach.
Yeah, you might. You never know. I seen a bunch of them singing it a minute ago. I was like, them boys are drunk, and they are still singing Where I Found God. We've got them. We've reeled them in.
You got them. That's all it takes. Let me ask you. So we are here on the beach, Fort Lauderdale. You a beach guy? Where's the place? If you weren't here right now, you'd be.
Well, honestly, I love the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my family, we love it. We come down quite often, and we go to Daytona. We've been down to Vero, with Jake and them. Been to Miami, but we kind of stay a lot up on the Panhandle because that's close to us, and so we'll go down kind of on 30A right there and spend some time. But honestly, we've been up and down the coast. We're all over the place. If it's got sand and water, it don't matter if it's a lake, ocean, whatever. We like water.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 questions. One, how has it been out with Morgan? How's that vibe going? And because that's a huge act. Seriously, for you just coming out too. For you to be linked up with him. That's like fire right there.
Yeah, that was. It's funny because Morgan and I both started with Jake, and we were. I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, we were on the road with Jake, and I was like the first opener, and then Morgan. And like nobody really cared about either one of us, so we knew each other, we become friends, and then we're on the same record label and stuff. So we'd see each other out, and we just kind of become friends. And whenever he got ready to put this tour together, I still didn't realize just how big Morgan had gotten. And so he called me one day, and I was sitting on the couch. He was like, "Hey, I got this tour I'm gonna do. I want to see if you want to come be with me and Hardy." And I was like, yeah, man, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And I think he was expecting like, oh, yeah. But I was just like, watching Swamp People or something. I was like, yeah, all right, sounds good. And he's like, all right, cool. I'll see you out there. And then our first show is Madison Square Garden. And I was like,
oh my gosh,
man, things got crazy, you know, and it's grew every night. And I've never played Madison Square. I've never played arenas, you know.
Right.
And so that was going from bars and going from clubs and theaters, which is my sweet spot.
Yeah.
I can tell stories and sing songs all day, but going to an arena with 20,000 people and having to put my guitar down and like hold a microphone and walk around and do, you know, entertain.
Yeah.
That was a whole nother thing. So I learned a lot from Hardy and also from Morgan, just watching them do it. And it's gotten easier. So I talked to that guy earlier. He's like, yeah, I think there's going to be like, you know, 20,000 people or 25 here. I was like, that's an average night for us. You know what I mean? So,
look at that.
Yeah, we've come a long way. Morgan really has, you know, so I'm proud of him. He's doing good.
Yeah, and good for you. Like you said, I mean, Madison Square Garden, that's iconic. I mean, Billy Joel has, you know, sold that place out. So many huge artists or whatever, and you actually have been in it with a filled freaking arena. I mean, that's awesome, especially for starting out.
Oh, yeah. And then Morgan brings me out a lot of times at the end of his show. So it'll be just us two. I'm playing guitar and singing, and he's just standing there, and we sing Where I Find God. And I was telling the crowd earlier, I was like, that's a big moment, especially for that song. Because he loves that song. He loves my music, and I love his music, and it just goes well together. But we go out and we sing that song, and now I'm watching it just take off. And Morgan can sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and it's going to be viral, you know.
I'd like him to sing that
he
tonight.
could do it. And I'll talk him into it later. But it's cool to watch it kind of grow every night. And so when I first would go out, people knew it, but now like the whole place has got lighters out. Yeah. And it's a big moment, you know.
That's awesome.
Well, what's next then for you? What is next single wise? What is next coming? Because Where I Find God, I mean, it takes a lot. Let me go back a second, because a lot of people can put songs on the radio. Not that it's an easy thing to do, but not many people can make a song that connects. So you've done that. You came out of the gate with that. What's next?
Well, another one.
Another one.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote every single song on Stack of Records album, and I'm proud of it. It's good. It's kind of it's a songwriter's kind of album, you know. And so I got the respect from everybody in town. All the industry wise, people know who I am from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's time to grow the bigger audience, which it's working. But my thing I worry about is I want to write the best song I can write, and I want to sing the best song there is. I don't care if I wrote it or not, but I just tend to write a certain way for me, and it works that way. But my next thing is, we'll see what it is. I don't know what it's going to be, but I just keep writing them every day, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, it'll be a good one.
All right.
And on a totally off the wall question, it is so hot here in South Florida. So this always, like, I kind of get fascinated with this. Do you feel hotter when you're in South Florida with a beard that thick? Because I get hot. So
she
easily.
just shaved hers because we're going to be out here.
I don't blame you.
I just wonder, like, do you feel the temperature difference when you perform in hot venues like this?
It's just hot. It doesn't matter if you got hair or not. It's it's straw season, so I done brought the straw hat out.
It.
I'll tell you what, when I was standing on stage, the hottest thing was my black boots. I was about to literally just combust. I was about to catch on fire. And
I would die.
But I mean, honestly, it's not bad. It's kind of a rush every time you go out, and so it just kind of, I don't think about it. I was thinking about my feet catching on fire a minute ago. I mean, it was hot, and but I mean, I was sweating and stuff. It's all right. I don't really think I can't get rid of the beard now.
Right.
That's what.
No, that's you, man.
The hat and the beard, like, you can put a silhouette up and it's showing people, they know it's me coming through.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But so I want to shave it off sometimes, but I'm like, they're not gonna know who I am. They barely know me now. They're like, if I shave my face, they won't know who I am. So
yeah, well, no, I'm not telling you
to
shave it. I just wanted to know, because I'm sweating
hot.
bullets right now, and I'm looking at your beard, and I'm just thinking, God, if I had that on my face right now, I would just die.
I got that good smelling. It's Chattanooga beard oil that's in this. That's what makes it that glisten. You know what I mean?
We need an endorsement there, Chattanooga beard oil.
Exactly. Oh, I got it. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And but no, I think maybe it reflects heat. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe.
It's science. Who gets it? I
told you it was off the wall question. I was just curious.
Well, if you want to see it, this interview is also up on Instagram and Facebook at Kiss Country 99.9. We're backstage Tortuga Music Festival with Larry Fleet. Excuse me. Larry, thank you. Sorry, we were talking about feet and your boots.
I know, yeah. Tricky one. Tongue twister.